We have no links. We have a very clear record that we've been willing to talk about. My husband has said he took some rides on the airplane for his charitable work. I don't recall ever meeting him.
Did you ever meet Ghislaine Maxwell?
I did. It, to me, is not something that is really at the heart of what this matter is about.
My husband took some rides on the airplane for his charitable work. Hillary playing dumb on Epstein despite the flight logs that we've all seen and pictures like this of Slick Willie in a hot tub with a redacted female. Hanging with Maxwell and Epstein back in the day. There's a lot of pictures of Bill. Hillary barely knew them, she claimed. Well, here's Ghislaine at your daughter's wedding 15 years ago, your only child's wedding. I'm sure you had a hand in the guest list, and you probably paid for the whole thing. The Clinton sworn testimony next week is going to be very interesting. Earlier today, 88-year-old former Victoria's Secret CEO, billionaire Les Wexner, another big name in the list, testified about his relationship with Epstein to the House Oversight Committee. He got to do so from the comfort of his home in Ohio. Listed as Epstein's co-conspirator in an unredacted DOJ file, Wexner claims he's innocent, saying he was duped by a world-class con man. A person familiar with Wexner's testimony today tells us he testified he's not friends with Epstein, never saw Epstein act inappropriately around women in his presence, never did anything, never saw anybody do anything, didn't know nothing. Committee ranking member Congressman Robert Garcia saying this.
There is no single person that was more involved in providing Jeffrey Epstein with the financial support to commit his crimes than Les Wexner.
So there you go. Congressman Tim Burchett sits on the House task force on the declassification of federal secrets, and he joins us tonight. Sir, it's good to have you back on this topic. What did you make of the Wexner testimony? I know you did not travel for it today, and no Republican did. I want to ask you about that in a second, but let's start with Les Wexner's claim.
Oh, you're going to me. I'm sorry. I was waiting for another.
No, go ahead, Congressman. Just you.
Yeah. I think, well, obviously everybody's got their talking points, and their talking points is, I didn't know this guy. I have nothing to do with him, just like Hillary Clinton, because, you wouldn't know anybody at your only daughter's wedding. That was a private, very limited affair. I think that's what they're all going to do. All these dirtbags are going to stick together like they do, and somebody's got to press some charges. I'll be happy when I see one of these dirtbags in chains, in my opinion, because I'm over it. I'm completely over it. The Biden administration had this thing for 4 years, and now you couldn't even get. I remember our own Senator Marsha Blackburn when she tried to get Dick Durbin to release the flight logs, and he's like, "What are you talking about? What flight logs?" And the national media covered for it. What's the difference between then and now? Donald Trump's in the White House, and they're out to get Trump. And he's clearly said, "I knew this dirtbag." There's clearly evidence to show that he called the law on Epstein. And now you got the head of Victoria's Secret, a magazine, or a group that advertises women scantily clad in underwear, and then he doesn't even know Epstein, which I just don't buy any of it. I don't buy any of it. I think they've all got the same advisors,
right,
and they're all just going to stick together like dirtbags do.
Why did Republicans not attend go to Ohio and attend this hearing, this deposition?
Well, I didn't know anything about it, actually. I'm sorry, I probably would. But the thing is, when they don't do them in Washington, again, we don't have we're catering to these dirtbags. Same with the Clintons. I don't know why we're going to go to New York to meet with them. We ought to be calling them in. If you got called in, guess what? You would go to Washington, D.C.
What do you make of the report from JobSite News that the Israeli government installed and maintained the security system at Epstein's apartment? There's a lot of theories that this guy was, an agent, that was using these women to get people into dangerous situations. You buy any of that?
The Israelis are a lot slicker than that, brother. I think he would get in these situations and he would try to sell his information to others. I think he's just a low-level tracker, and he had some high-level friends. He collected friends. I mean, who keeps 1 million emails Basically, that's about what they've got. I mean, the file's 1 million pages that this guy, and you know, how many criminals document their history? And this is just a very strange thing. And I think eventually I think some stuff's gonna be planted, and it's gonna be so outrageous that makes the regular stuff that you and I would find repulsive just kind of like, eh. And I think that's part of the strategy in this too.
I mean, the more we seem to read in these files and some of these emails that you see are just, it looks really, really vile, a lot of it.
It's demonic. It's demonic.
It feels like that. Are the Clintons going to get a congressional colonoscopy next week?
You know, we always gear up for that, and I'm sure they'll take some punches, but I'm sure their attorneys will block it. I'll still believe it when I see it. You know, he's slick. She's the brains of the operation, obviously, but they haven't gotten them yet. I just think we're putting all our eggs in one basket, and I think we're going to be disappointed. Somebody's going to say something, and there'll be a little back and forth, but I mean, it's just going to be the attorneys battling the attorneys, and the national media will cover for them because they have his entire. I mean, if you go back to Arkansas and the involvement in the cocaine traffic that was alleged and documented in movies and things like that, and if you fast forward to being in the White House and all the dealings he had with foreign nationals that the press just let go, and forget Monica Lewinsky, that's not even an issue. And then what he's done since he's left, the money that went to these charities that everybody's questioning, nobody really questions. I mean, you know, she's there's a reason they're not in jail right now, and I don't think we're going to get them on anything. I honestly don't. I know everybody's but I think they're evil. But they're very smart.
Too powerful and too smart. Yeah. Congressman, we appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, brother.
You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.